Okay, dear students of class 9, you might have been taught programming of Java in class 8, but those methods were different and here the methodology will be different. Okay, so I am teaching the programming from the beginning. That is first topic. First topic is data types. Okay, so to make the programs, you must have the knowledge of data types. Why? Suppose you are given the program to store the name of students, roll number, marks, percentage, total. Okay, so you must have the knowledge that which data type will be used for what purpose. Okay, so here I am going to explain the data types. In Java programming, there are two types of data types. First is primitive data types. Primitive data types, which are already predefined in Java, and the reference or composite data types are always constructed from primitive data types. It is derived from primitive data types. It is made up of primitive data types. Okay, so first of all, I would like to explain primitive data types. Question may be there in your question paper, like define the data types used in Java. So you can define there are two types of data types. One is primitive data type, second one is reference data types. Okay, and here the primitive data types are different. Their mechanism, their storage mechanism is totally different. And here the reference or composite data types are there. Their storage mechanism is totally different. Okay. So first I will explain the primitive data types. Primitive data types are as follows. Because primitive data types are used in Java to store the values of different types, like numerical values, character values, more than one characters, mixed type of values. Okay. So on the basis of the categories of this information, we have different data types. Okay. So first category that I am going to define here is integer category. Integer category is a category of data type which does not store the value in decimal form. For example, your roll number is there. You cannot store your roll number in decimal form. You cannot have roll number 2.5, 3.5, 6.5. Okay. Similarly, marks in your report card are always written 25, 65, 85, 99. So means these numbers are not defined in fractional or decimal form. So to store such type of values, we always use integer data types. Now there are four types of integer data types. First, the least one, byte data type. A byte data type is the shortest integer data type. It assumes 1 byte only. 1 byte means 8 bits. Okay, these are the memory units you must be knowing. 1 byte at 8 bits. So here, this is its size. Size means how much. Suppose you are writing byte x. So byte x, it will take only 1 byte. Okay, 1 byte means 8 bits. In computers, what happens? In computers, generally the bytes 1 byte, 2 bytes, 3 bytes, 4 bytes, 6 bytes, 8 bytes, 10 bytes. This is the basic unit of measurement of the data. Then here we can see the 1 byte assumes 8 bits. 1 byte equals to 8 bits. In computers, computer calculates the bits from 0. Computer calculates or starts counting the bits from 0. So 0 to 7, how many bits will be there? 0 to 7, how many bits will be there? 8 bits. So its size means minimum value and maximum value, how shall we calculate? So it will be calculated as minus 2 raised to the power 7 2 plus 2 raised to the power 7 minus 1. Why are we writing 7 here? Because it assumes 8 bits and the bits are always counted from 0. So 0 to 7, how many bits will be there? 8 bits. So minus 2 raised to the power 7 2 plus 2 raised to the power 7 minus 1. This is the formula, this is the range to define the minimum value and maximum value which can be stored in byte data type. So if you calculate 2 raised to the power 7, what you will get? Minus 128 2 plus 127. So minimum value which can be stored in byte data type is minus 128 and maximum value that you can store in byte data type is 127. So here, this is the minimum value which we can store in byte data type, and this is the maximum value that can be stored in byte types of variables. So here you can see this is the least data type which can store the minimum value of integer, and maximum value is 127. This is the shortest integer data type. Okay. Now suppose you are making one program in which you are getting your answers more than 127. You are getting, suppose your answers in thousands, 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 10,000. Okay. So you cannot use byte data type. Understood? So in that particular case, byte data type cannot be used. Okay. And one more thing, your default value. Second one is minus. Okay. Now you can see the minimum value which we can store in byte is minus 128, and plus is, that is positive value that we can store is 127. So here this is the shortest integer data type which can store the value negative value minus 128 and positive value up to 127. Suppose you are getting your answers more than 127, then you cannot use byte data type, and its default value is default value is 0. 0 means, suppose you are not giving any value to byte type of variable, then automatically it will store 0. This is the default value. So in a question, in your examination, it can be asked what is the size of byte data type, how many bits are assumed by byte data type, what is the minimum value and maximum value can be stored in byte, and what is the default value. This is the most important question, what is the default value of byte data type. The default value of byte data type is 0. Understood? So now, next integer data type is short. Short integer. Okay? The data types are having first letter small in lowercase. Okay? So here the short data type. Short data type you will use when you are getting your answers in thousands. So it assumes, short data type assumes 4 bytes of memory. Sorry, 2 bytes of memory. It assumes 2 bytes of memory. 2 bytes means it will assume 16 bits of memory. 16 bits means it will count from 0 to 15. Bits will be counted from 0 to 15. So its size will be minus 2 raised to the power 15 2 plus 2 raised to the power 15 minus 1. Okay? It assumes short integer data type, assumes 2 bytes of memory. 2 bytes means 16 bits. And bits are always counted from 0. So 0 to 15 will be, how many bits will be there? 16. So size will be calculated as minus 2 raised to the power 15 2 plus 2 raised to the power 15 minus 1. So when you will calculate this power, 15 raised to the power 2, you will get minus 32,768 2 plus 32,767. So this is the minimum value which we can store in short data type is minus 32,768, and positive value which we can store is 32,767. So this is the range of short data type, and the size is 2 bytes. In bits, 16 bits. Okay? So this is the minimum value you can use, and this is the maximum value which you can use using short integer is 32,767. And its default value is default value is 0. Means suppose you are not giving any value to the short type of variable, so it will have default value 0. Okay, when you are not defining, when you are not initializing any variable. For example, you are writing short x. Now here you can see the short x you are writing here. The short x, what it will give? Because here you are not giving any value, we are not initializing any value. So in that particular case, in x, the default value will be 0. This is called default value. And generally in many means in your computer exam, it can be asked. In board examination also it was asked what is the default value of short, what is the default value of integer, float, character double, and many more. So here we need to keep it in mind. Okay, I will post all the details of these data types and WhatsApp group. So from there you can copy down a fair copy, and that fair copy will be checked. Okay. So here the two data types just I have explained, byte and short. Now in short data types we can store the values in thousands, 32,000, 1767. This is the maximum value, this is the minimum value. Now suppose you are getting your answers more than 32,000. Suppose you are getting answers in lakhs, 80,000, 90,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakhs. Okay, crores. Okay, so then you cannot use short data type. In that particular case, you will have to use integer data type. Which data type? Integer data type. Integer data type is a data type which can store the values in crores also. Okay, see how? The third data type is your integer data type. Its first letter is small, keep it in mind. Integer data type. It assumes 4 bytes of memory. Okay, 4 bytes means how many bits? 32 bits. Okay, the bits are always counted from 0 to 31. So its size you will calculate like minus 2 raised to the power 31, 2 plus 2 raised to the power 31 minus 1. Okay, so this is the formula to calculate the size, minimum value and maximum value which we can store in integer data type. So generally when you calculate it, you will get minus 21473683648 plus 21474833647. This is the minimum value that we can store in integer data type, and this is the maximum value that we can store in that positive value. This is the maximum positive value which we can store in integer data type. Like 2 arabs 40 crores 74 lakhs 83,648 2 plus 2 arabs means 2 arabs 40 crores 74 lakhs 83,647. Okay. So this is the minimum value. This is the maximum value that we can store in integer data type. Okay. And its default value is of integer data type is 0. Isn't it? If you are not initializing any value of integer data type, it will store automatically 0. Okay? So here this is the right range you are storing, and you can use this data type to store these values. In minimum values, this will be the range. For the maximum value, you can see this is the maximum possible value which we can store in integer data type is this. Now after this, suppose you are getting your answers more than this, greater than this value. So one more data type is there of integer type, that is long integer. Long integer data type. It assumes how many bytes? 8 bytes of memory. How many bytes? 8 bytes of memory. So it will assume 8 8s are 64 bits. And bits are always counted from 0. So 0 to 63. Total bits will be what? 64. So its capacity will be calculated as minus 2 raised to the power 63 to plus 2 raised to the power 63 minus 1. So this is the minimum value that you can calculate, and this is the positive value which we can maximum positive value which we can store in long integer data type. So here you can see its capacity, its size is 8 bytes, in bits 64 bits, and you can calculate size minus 2 raised to the power 63 to plus 2 raised to the power 63 minus 1, and its default value is 0L. Okay. And its default value is 0L. Understood? So generally, you can see here, if you are not giving any value to the long integer data type, so automatically it will store 0L. For integer, 0. For short, 0. For byte, 0. So generally, these are all the data types of integer category, where the values you cannot store in decimal form or as a fractional value. Understood? So now we are proceeding to the next category of data type, that is fractional or real data types. Real data types are those data types which can store the values in decimal form. Okay. So the next topic is the fractional data, the data types which can store the fractional values. So for this purpose, generally we use float data type and double data type, but they are having different sizes. So we will just focus on this. So this is the float data type generally we use to store the values in decimal data types. So we can use here and see its size. It is having different size. For example, float data type. Generally we use this data type very less. The reason its size is limited. Okay. So the problem is with its size is generally when you are dividing the values, you are defining the percentage, height and distance, or you are calculating pressure, you are defining the quantities, you are defining the average, mean and mode, scientific values. So generally for that particular purpose, the float data type is used. So float data type assumes 4 bytes of memory. 4 bytes means 32 bits. Okay. So this is the size of float data type, and it can store the decimal values till 6 digits after decimal, up to 6 digits after decimal. 6 digits after decimal means suppose you are defining any particular value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So after decimal, it can store how many digits? 6 digits. If it exceeds more than 6 digits, your answer will be wrong. Your value cannot be stored in float data type. Okay. So its capacity is that it can store 6 digits after decimal, or you can say precision up to 6 digits after decimal. Okay. This is the capacity of float data type. And one more thing, the most important thing is what? Its default value is 0.0f. 0.00f. This is the default value of float data type. And you have to just keep it in mind. Okay? 0.0f. F must be written either capital or small. Okay? Suppose you are writing like this: float x equals to 3.4. You are defining this value. Float x equals to 3.4. So here you can see you are writing 3.4 and the category is float. But this 3.4 you cannot store in x, because here if you are writing 3.4, the compiler will read this value, will take this value in double data type. It will not take this value in float data type. Just keep it in mind. If you are writing any decimal value and you are not writing its capital F or small f suffix, you are not using it. So automatically it will take that particular decimal value in double data type. And double data type cannot be stored in float data type. Again I am repeating, if you are defining any decimal value in float data type, so you will have to write its suffix, either small f or capital F. Then only you can store this value in float data type. Otherwise not. Means if you are writing float x equals to 3.4, it will give you error. Why? Because any value you will write 3.4, 6.5, 7.8, 8.9 without suffix. So you are not writing f, capital F or small f. So that particular decimal value will be taken in double data type. Automatically the compiler will take that particular value in double data type, and double is higher data type than the float data type. So double type value cannot be stored in float data type, so it will give you error. So to remove this error, what correction you need to make? You will have to write float x equals to 3.4 f. Okay. So now this decimal value can be stored in float data type. So all the float types values must be having f at the end as a suffix of the particular value. Okay. So you can see 3.4f or 6.7f, 10.f, 10.0f, 10.11f, 10.11f, 10.24f, 65.6987F. F you will have to write. If you're not writing, compiler will read that particular value in double data type. And double data type is higher data type that assumes how many bits? That is assumes 8 bytes of memory. And float assumes 4 bytes of memory. Double data type assumes 8 bytes of memory. And float data type assumes 4 bytes of memory. Double data type assumes 8 bytes of memory. Float data type assumes 4 bytes of memory. So when you are not writing F, so this value will become double type value of double data type. The double data type assumes 8 bytes of memory. So 8 bytes of memory, value of 8 bytes cannot be stored in 4 bytes. Value of 4 bytes, variable of 4 bytes. This is the size of 3.4 will be taken as 8 bytes. And you are storing in float X, and float assumes 4 bytes. So value of 8 bytes cannot be stored in variable of 4 bytes. Okay, so this will give you an error. To resolve this error, what you should write, float X equals to 3.4F. So all the float constant values must be written with suffix F, either capital F or small f. Understood? So suppose you are getting after more than 6 hits you are getting for in scientific notation, log values and temperature and many values in mathematical formula. Generally, sometimes we take the more than 6 digits after decimal, 8 digits after decimal, 10 digits after decimal, 11 digits after decimal for the scientific experiments and research. So for that particular purpose, we cannot use float data type. In that particular case, we will use double data type. What we will use? Double data type. Its size is 8 bytes of memory. 8 bytes of memory means 64 bits. And it can store 15 digits after decimal. Precision up to 15 digits after decimal. Digits after decimal. So it can store the 15 digits after decimal and it assumes 8 bytes of memory. And its default value is what? Generally, the default value of double data type is what? That was the default value of float was 0.0f, and here you are right, the default value of the double data type is 0.0d. Okay? Till here you must have understood? Yes or no? Okay. So here the default value of the double data type is 0.0d. Okay? And if you are writing 0.0, 2.5, 6.5, so automatically you will take in double. So you can see understand. Okay? So till here you have seen the numerical data types that we can use in Java programming to store the values of integer type and decimal type. Now one more data type is there. Suppose you want to store the values of character data type. Character data type for what? Like suppose you have to store the gender of a person. F for female, M for male, Y for yes, N for no, C for child, A for adult. Getting it? One particular character you have to store. Maybe dollar, maybe asterisk sign, maybe caret sign, maybe single quote, maybe double quote, maybe slash, or maybe semicolon, maybe Z, T, Q, R, whatever. When you want to store a single character, for that particular purpose, we use character data type. Character data type. Okay? It assumes 2 bytes of memory. How many bytes? 2 bytes of memory. 2 bytes means 16 bits. It assumes. And how can you store a particular character in character data type? Example is character A equals to P. This is called character constant. One character. When you are storing one character should be enclosed within a single quote. One character should be enclosed within a single quote. When you are defining a single character, when you are using a character data type, when you are storing a particular character in a particular character data type, then you will have to use single quote. Single quote shows that this is a character constant. Okay, all the characters, all letters which are enclosed within a single quote are known as character literal or character constant. All the character, all letter which are enclosed within a single quote are known as character literals or character constant. So another example, you can store any other character also. Character B equals to asterisk sign also you can store, or you can store question mark also, or dollar sign also you can use in this particular character value. Okay, and you can store the digit also. For example, one digit also you can store. Character D equals to 7. So this 7 digit will be stored in character form, in character format, and character data. So here you can see these are called as character literals or character constant. Okay, those characters which are enclosed within a single quote are known as character constant or character literal. Character constant. Okay, character constants are always enclosed within a single quote. And here you can see in this way we can store a single character and a character data type. And its default value is /u 000. Okay, 4 times 0 /u and 4 times 0. This is the default value of character data type. It is very important. Default values of all the data types are very important because many times it is given in the question paper that what are the default value of the following data types. So you must understand, you learn by heart. You may be given in class 9th also, in class 10th also. Getting? So you must have the knowledge of default values of all the data types. So this is the default value of character data type /u 4 times 0. /u indicates here Unicode character set that I will discuss further. Okay, but here this is the default value of character data type, that is /u and 4 times 0. Understood? So this is the character data type which can store only one character. Suppose your need is to store more than one characters. For example, your name you have to store. You have to store in a sentence. You have to store a sentence. You have to store a word. You have to store your school name. You have to store your address. You have to store your admission number. You have to store your subject's name. Okay. So for that particular purpose, what do we use? We use a string class, and that its object is used to store the string. See how? A string. A string is not a data type, but it is a class, and its object is used to store more than one characters. See how? A string. This is the class name. S must be capital. Okay, only of a string because this is the class. So its first letter should be capital. Suppose you are writing class string S equals to. Now you want to store your name. Suppose your name is ABCD. So in S, this ABCD will be stored. And string is always enclosed within double quotes. Keep it in mind. The string values, string type values are always enclosed within the double quotes. Keep it in mind. You cannot write a single quote. Okay, that will become character constant. So to store the more than one characters in a string, we always write double quotes. Okay, this will be known as a string data. A string type of data is called a string. Which characters are enclosed within the double quotes? Which characters are enclosed within the double quotes are known as a string. Okay, and now here you have the choice that you can store any type of value. For example, mixed type value also you can store. For example, you want to store your vehicle number. Vehicle number, how can you store in a string? You will write a string. Vehicle number you want to store. Vehicle number equals to UP93AC9310. So you can see here letters are also being used. Special character dash is also being used. Digits are also being used. 93 again characters again dash. So here the mixed type of value also you can use in a string. So a string can store any type of value. Full numerical, the whole data can be of numerical type, whole data can be of fractional type, or you can store of mixed type. All the symbols you can store. For example, another example, a string. Suppose you want to show your password, you want to store password in a string, and you are storing, suppose, digit, letter D, E, full stop, slash, @ then hash, then digit, AB, and digits 09, etc. So you can see here, the string object can store any type of value. So a string data is used to store the basically alphabetical information or mixed type of information. For example, you are asked to make a program to store the address of a student. अब student's address may be B159 Awaz Vikas Colony, CP Bazar Jhansi, or you can write A/25/block 4, 3rd floor, elegant tower. So here the values are of different types. So for that particular purpose, you can use the string objects. Understood? Now here you have understood, till here you have understood the values are the numerical data types as well as character data type and a string object. A string object generally, this is a string class, its object name. This is called object. Object of the string class. This is used to store the string. This is the object name, this is the class. This is the object name, this is the class. This is the object name, this is the class. So object name can be changed. Object name can be anything. That is used to store the string of different types. So here, the string data type is, that means the string class I am explaining here to store the value of different types. Now the last one is, one more data type is there, last one is, that is called as Boolean data type. Boolean data type is little bit different from all these types of data types. What is the function of Boolean data type that I am going to explain here? You can see, generally Boolean data type is used to store the values of true or false. Its purpose is to store the values of true or false. True or false are generally Boolean constants. How does it work? See, Boolean data type, B-O-O-L-E-A-N, Boolean data type. It assumes 8 bits, but uses only 1 bit. The last data type generally we use in Java, that is called as Boolean data type, and its purpose is to store the value of either false or true type values. It can store two values only, either true or false, in a small letters. How? First of all, the size of a Boolean data type is 8 bits. It assumes 8 bits, but uses only 1 bit. The reason is, in computer and generally in Java, when user is making the program, he or she can write true or false. When in computers in its circuit, it takes 1 for true and 0 for false. 1 for true and 0 for false. So here, in that particular case, it uses only 1 bit. Okay. So it's when you are given the question to write on the size of the Boolean data, you can write 8 bit. It assumes and uses only 1 bit. So how would you use it? Boolean x equals to true. So generally, this is a Boolean data type. This is a variable in which you are storing the true type value, means true constant you are storing. Another example, Boolean y equals to false. Here, this is a false, it is a constant. So here, false constant. So you can say the false you are storing in Boolean type variable. So either true or false. It is having two types of value only, either true or false in a small letter. So you can store true also or false also. And its default value is false. Default value is false. It means if you are not writing or you are not initializing Boolean type variable, Boolean x you have written directly. Neither you are storing true nor false. Then in that case, it will take automatically what? False type value. So its default value is false. This question was asked in class 10 board examination 2017. What is the default value of default value of Boolean data type. So default value of Boolean data type is false. Just keep it in mind. And its size is this. So here I have explained the data types of all the data types, along with their sizes, along with their ranges, and how would you use those data types in which case, in which situation, in which condition. Okay, what is the syntax of the data types? What are the concept of data types? So these are the numerical data types, and getter data type, and the string object, and this Boolean data type. So here you can see the different data types are there. Now when you will make the program, you will have the understanding that which data type is used for what purpose.